Hiya folks, it's me again, making a return back to the channel. Thanks for all the new subscribers of recent. I appreciate every single one of you. So please hit the like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already subscribed, and let's get to 1,000 subscribers. So big up to you all. So yeah, look, I took a break and sat back to see what the story is about Arsenal this season and were they going to prove me wrong? Was Arteta going to prove me wrong? Because as you all know, I've been very loud about my opinion about Arteta. I think that he's not the man. So I sat back, took in everything, watched the games, and to be quite honest, yes, we're on top of the Premier League. Yes, we're on top of the Champions League. Yes, we're in the 2 domestic cups. 1 foot into the final. That's if we get through Chelsea in the second leg. But not just Arsenal, but football as in a whole, I think it has gone backwards so much so. It's not the same as what it used to be. Players are overhyped, overpaid. Once again, not just Arsenal, I'm talking about right across the board. I'm watching Premier League football and a lot of the matches would actually put you to sleep. Now, I'm watching Arsenal 40 years. This is my 40th year supporting Arsenal. And I went through the George Graham era, Wenger era, and now the Arteta era. And I honestly believe this is the worst football I've ever seen Arsenal play. I think it's robotic, predictable. It's just the same old crap week in, week out. We're relying on set plays, taking 10 minutes to throw a ball. You can read what players are going to do. Odegaard gets the ball. He takes 20 minutes on the ball before he passes it sideways. Saka gets the ball and he's going on the inside. Trossard the same. Martinelli is just a headless donkey, just run anywhere. It's very robotic. It's very predictable, as I said, and it's not a good watch. It's not a good watch. If you have to be truthful about it, it's not exciting football. It's not exciting. But that boring football, as I call it, has us on top of the league. Guys, if we were a great club, a great team, and we had a great manager, realistically, we should be at least 12 to 15 points clear at this stage because the rest of the teams are so bad. And I mean that. We should be running away with the league title. But we're not. We're not. And I am now genuinely concerned. I am genuinely concerned. I have been saying all season on different panels that I've been on YouTube with, and I have been saying that I still feel that we're not going to win nothing under this manager. I honestly still believe that. And I hope I'm proved wrong. I really do. But I'm starting to see signs again of collapsing. So yesterday we played Manchester United. And as far as I'm concerned, they're our rivals. People say Spurs are useless. Useless. For me, growing up, it was always Manchester United. They were the 2 games I always looked at when they were coming up. Before home and away, before any other game. So yesterday we went out onto the pitch, and as far as I was concerned, it was a perfect opportunity to go out, put our foot down, beat Manchester United, and tell the rest of the league we're here to stay. We're going to win this league title for the first time in 22 years. And instead of that, We crumbled. I thought that we started off good enough in the first 10, 15 minutes. I thought we were the better team, the more dominant team. We had much more possession of the ball. But then Manchester United, Supermendy made that mistake, and Manchester United scored the equaliser. And after that equaliser, there was only one team, as far as I was concerned, there was only one team in that game. That was Manchester United. It was pretty shocking stuff to look at yesterday, and worrying. There was signs to be really concerned about yesterday, and one of those signs will be Odegaard. Now, we all know my opinion about Odegaard. As far as I'm concerned, I think he's overhyped. I think that he is possibly, in my opinion, the worst captain that I've ever seen at Arsenal. I don't think he is a captain. I think Declan Rice should be the captain. But Arteta put Odegaard out there yesterday in that massive game as the captain, as the leader of the club, pushing to win a league title. And 57 minutes into that game, Arteta takes him off. Now, this is not the first time Odegaard has been substituted as a captain. But yesterday, after 56, 57 minutes, our captain was taken off in a massive game, because he was nowhere to be seen. Now, I grew up watching Tony Adams, captain of this club, Patrick Vieira. And those players would grab the team by the neck, pull them out of the trenches and over the winning line at all costs to win silverware. Is Odegaard that type of player? Is he that type of man? Is he that type of leader? Is he that type of captain? No, he's not. So therefore, for me, that is a fundamental mistake to have him as captain of Arsenal Football Club. Shouldn't be the case. Give the captaincy to Declan Rice. Now, he wasn't all that great yesterday either, but I would give him the captaincy. Saka signed a new contract, 5.5-year contract, at £300,000 a week. I have been saying for years now that I don't think Saka is world class. I honestly do not think he's world class. Star boy. Again, just another example of the modern player, made out to be something that they're not. I was lucky enough to see world class at the club, and he certainly is not world class. As a matter of fact, I think he's going backwards. He hasn't scored a goal in 13 appearances. Hasn't scored one goal in 13 appearances. So that's another major problem. And then I'm telling you about Odegaard. I would take Odegaard out of the team straight away. I wouldn't have him nowhere near the team. I wouldn't even have Odegaard on the subs bench, but that's just me. But then you ask yourself the question, who do you replace him with? And people will say, Eze. Again, another young, promising, talented football player, no doubt about it. But he's not the player that everyone makes him out to be. Eze has scored 4 goals this season. 3 of them was against Spurs. I look at Eze on the pitch and I look at his body language. And for me, I wouldn't be relying on Eze to get us over the white line to win us the Premier League or a Champions League. And he's the replacement for Odegaard. Zubimendi in midfield. For me, he's not good enough. He's not good enough. Now, what happens if an injury comes to Declan Rice? I think Rice looks tired. I think it's all going to catch up on him. And we need him to be performing. Trossard, he's not the man. Never was the man for me. Martinelli, you know my opinion about him, not good enough. Then we have the strike force. Jesus, unfortunately, he's after having too many injuries, and he's just not the player to get us over the line either, you know. I honestly believe that. I made a passionate speech on Aaron's team talk about in the summertime when Gyökeres was linked to us and Sesko, and that they were the two best strikers in Europe at the time that everybody was talking about. And I really, really lost the cool because I just said, if these two forwards are the best forwards in European football as we speak, European football is in a worse position than what I actually think it is. And I believe those two players, you wouldn't make a half-decent player out of the two of them put together. And I mean that. I think Gyökeres is absolutely dreadful. I think he's dreadful. 5 goals. 5 goals. £65 million player. Not the man for me. I saw him there yesterday, flicking his hair and all, even before he came out onto the pitch. I don't have time for that. Jesus was holding his head there. I think Martinez might have touched him, falling around on the ground, holding his head like he's had to be shot. I've no time for that. Get up, play football, win the game, win me a league title. That's what I want to see. I don't want to see these players falling around the place. They tip-taps. Havertz is out injured again. That's a good thing, actually, because for me, Havertz is absolutely fucking brutal to look at. Brutal. I thought Saliba and Gabriel were a little bit dodgy yesterday. I think the pressure is on this team, on this squad of players. And it's going to be interesting to see how we're going to deal with the pressure over the coming weeks. I actually don't see us handling it too well. I've been saying it all year that I still fancy Man City to win the league, and I think they will win the league. I don't know, folks. I'm very disheartened here today. I'm very down about it and thinking about it all night and again this morning working. I think there's problems behind the scenes. I think there's problems going on. And I honestly believe the biggest problem is Arteta. He's the biggest problem we have. And I don't want to hear excuses. If he doesn't win a major title this season, he has to go. He has to step down. He has to go. Sick him. Just sick him. So yeah, unfortunately, I'm back with a bang on my channel, but I was hoping to come back full of smiles and happy beating Manchester United, but Arsenal always let you down. So I really fear about the pressure. I fear for their mentality. I fear the way we're going to go about games now. We're playing away to Leeds now on Saturday. It's going to be a tough game. We can't afford to fuck up anymore. Man City are just waiting in the wind. And if they go ahead of us, they'll win the league. We're only 4 points clear, folks, and there's 15 games in the Premier League to go. A lot of points to be played for. So I'm just down and out. Down and out. Tony Adams said it a couple months ago that Odegaard will not win a league title as captain of Arsenal Football Club. And the Arsenal fan base laughed at Tony Adams. Tony Adams was spot on. I saw Thierry Henry and Ian Rice in the crowd yesterday. I wonder what they thought. Patrick Vieira said that he questions their mentality. And I do too. Anyway, that's my thoughts about it. And I'll do another video throughout the week. And I'm sure you'll see me on a few other channels across the YouTube platform. Big up to every one of you. Good to be back. Talk to you all soon. Take care.